Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on?
This is some wild, newly released body cam video of what police in Iowa came upon when they entered a frat house.
Because you got to see it from my perspective of what the did I just walk into?
A shocking discovery of possible hazing inside a frat in the middle of the night. It is bizarre, frankly, it is creepy, and it is all caught on video.
You're not very forthcoming with everything.
How about you ask the house dad? Who are you with 30 years old?
Stewart trying to get hold of.
Okay, go call him.
And just wait until you see how the brothers of this fraternity acted when police came inside. One of them was accused of making life difficult on the officers. We're on the case presented by Law&Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. Hey guys, real quick, want to thank you so much for following this case with us as we're able to bring you this story because of our incredible partner, Morgan & Morgan. There is a reason why On the Case is one of the top shows on YouTube, and there's also a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. For more than 35 years, they've been fighting for the people, and they've recovered more than $30 billion for their clients. The proof, it's in their track record. With more than 1,000 lawyers across 100 offices nationwide, hiring Morgan & Morgan is like hiring an army to go into battle for you, a team that will fight hard to get their clients the compensation they deserve. Not all law firms are the same. If you hire the wrong one, you might be beating yourself before you even start. If you are ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan, and their fee is free unless you win. For more information, you can go to forthepeople.com/OTC. You can click the link below or scan the QR code on your screen. Being a police officer on a college campus can be a very difficult job, and you probably see a lot of outrageous things, but this new body cam video is ridiculous. So we're gonna go back to November 15th, 2024, just after midnight, and officers with the University of Iowa Police Department go with firefighters to the Alpha Delta Phi fraternity because there's a fire alarm call.
Pretty dark in here.
Yeah, it's dark.
Okay. Walk through.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's probably some yeah, that's what I think.
Can I get through?
Hey guys, what's going on here? What's going on? Who's in charge?
Cameras 127. I'll take a second here. Yeah, I'll definitely need 133 here.
This is the alarm here.
All right, who's in charge? Looks like we have quite a bit of hazing. So I'm gonna ask again, who's in charge?
We can talk upstairs.
No, we're gonna talk right here. Who's in charge?
A couple of us are. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, well, we need to find someone who's in charge,
All right, let's
because
go
this is
first.
ridiculous. Hey, this stops here, guys. This is a police department. This stops here. Who's in charge?
They're upstairs.
So I want to freeze the video right here and just take in what this police officer walked into. You have dozens of presumably frat pledges, people trying to make this fraternity, some of them shirtless, covered in muck. There's a guy who seems to have a blindfold on. These are the kids that are trying to be initiated into the frat, and they are just terrified to say anything to police or maybe say the wrong thing in front of the upperclassmen.
How about we start cleaning this up. Everyone take their blindfolds off. You see anything over there?
No, I mean just one dangerous fire code violation after another.
Yeah.
This ridiculous amount of beds, people sleeping in there.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on.
For sure. Yes, 142. I'll take you as well.
Yikes. Officers are now trying to figure out who's in charge of this big frat house and what the heck was that? There's a firefighter who says, what the is going on here? And that seems to be the question that none of the brothers at this fraternity want to answer, especially the guy you see in that white Iowa sweatshirt. He's still having a cold one, ripping a cloud from his vape, and he's blocking the doorway to what just seems like a freak show of a scene of possible hazing going on behind him.
A couple different code violations.
So what's going on in here? You don't know? You're just blocking the door so we can't see.
I live here.
How does nobody live here then? Just hanging out?
You tell me.
No, you tell me.
I don't know.
You go to University of Iowa?
Yeah.
You do? What's your major?
Business.
Business? What's your name?
Why?
Just wondering what your name is.
Jose.
Jose? Jose, what's your last name?
Why?
Just wondering who I'm talking to.
I want to tell you that. I don't want to tell you that.
Okay. How old are you?
21.
All right.
Want to see my ID?
Yeah, you got an ID or anything to prove?
I think it's fake.
Huh?
I think it's fake.
You think it's fake? You think it's fake or you know it's fake? There's two different things there. Campus 142, one by DL, number at Iowa when you're ready.
It's definitely not Jose.
I go by Jose.
So Jose is off to a hot start, and he's trying to make small talk with the officers.
Do you have your real driver's license over?
The real as it gets.
It's as real as it gets.
Scan it, please.
Does that room go anywhere else?
Laundry room.
That room.
Did you say negative or? I just want to see if you had to return. My bad.
Clean record. Check it.
Copy, thank you. Are you still over in Riverdale or are you living at the house?
I go to school here.
What?
It's my initial address.
I know. Are you still living there? And you travel every
reside in
day?
Iowa City.
Okay.
It's real.
Yeah.
You don't golf?
I used to.
You guys from around here?
Sure.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't touch anything here.
Jose gives a big burp in the doorway, and the officer heads upstairs, then returns a few minutes later to go back into that room full of dudes.
All right, Jose, can you step over here?
Why?
I need to talk to these people here. You need to step over here.
I'll step inside.
Okay.
Is anyone in here that needs medical attention? Is anyone here that is against their will? Is there anyone here who is not participating in this? I.e. a leader?
Is there anyone with any sort of physical injury?
No.
I'm almost thinking.
Huh?
It's almost like you got something about. I'm gonna say anything with the guy standing here. What's all over you guys?
Just water.
Just water? What's on that dude's tie?
not sure. It's not mine.
You? Come here.
Serena. What does it look like? It's,
Nope. You're gonna stand right over there
why?
because I'm telling him to.
It's my house.
It's your house. You're responsible for everything that
I'm in
happened
this
today.
fraternity,
So okay. Tuck in right there. Get up against the wall. Come over here. You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna stand with your buddy over here. Milliken, take these two, ask them questions about what's going on their arms. You guys are gonna go step over there. So, are you responsible for the house? No? Okay, who's the house dad?
I just told you he works at. Go call him. Go there.
What was his name?
Eric, I told you.
Okay.
Why are you asking me?
Because it sounds like you're responsible for the house.
No.
It sounds like you have some idea of what's going on.
No.
You're not very forthcoming with everything.
How about you ask the house dad? Who are you, 30 years
That's who
old?
we're trying to get hold of.
Okay, go call him. Please.
Kind of leading this thing.
Go call
Soon?
him.
Yeah.
I would love
Stay right there.
to stay here.
You guys got IDs on you?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at them. Step back. I don't know you, dude.
This is
Back up.
private property. I can stay here.
Yeah, but right now we're investigating something that's going on.
Investigating what? There's nothing going on.
Just sit tight there for me.
Sleep on my-
Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on? Anyone? Because you got to see it from my perspective. What the did I just walk into?
Celebration
Nobody? Celebration of what?
of life.
Okay, sweet. I got your guys' IDs, so just stay there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You two, come to the top of the stairs.
So potential future lawyer Jose definitely doesn't seem to want the officers talking to these shirtless pledges inside that room. And on a serious note, I do need to go back here because I just find it incredibly creepy how all of these pledges, they're huddled in the back of that room. They're shirtless. Here's what happens when the officer goes to try to talk to two pledges. And you just notice this group of kids trying to make this fraternity, they are so obedient to the brothers of this frat.
Okay, you two. The reason I pulled you guys aside. We're here for public safety at this point. What's on your arms? Where are you guys going now? $127. Can I get you back down here? What's on your neck?
I don't know. I can't see. That looks like blood, is it? Shining your light. Is it blood?
That's what I'm asking.
I'll taste it.
No.
Okay.
Do you see why we're here? Why we're asking questions?
I don't know. You got the wrong guy.
I was going to ask those guys questions, and then he told them all to start heading out.
What's up?
I was going to ask those two guys questions, but then they all started following out.
They left.
No, I stopped them, but he was...
Misunderstood. Did you pull these guys out?
No, I went to go talk to those guys, and then they started coming out.
Why do we come out?
So I said that. I said they should come out.
You said it?
I did.
So you're in charge.
Not in
No, you said
charge.
you're not in charge.
Not in charge. I said they should go to their beds.
And that's where they sleep?
They're new live-ins for the next semester in the spring.
Sit tight. Let's continue. These guys, the house dads here.
Okay.
So Alstad's here.
Yep.
He doesn't seem too happy. Nor would I. Race. So again, I'm gonna ask you. What's going on?
Nothing.
Yeah, we should be alright right now. The crowd is just trying to leave.
You guys have your.
No one was trying to leave. We're right here, dude. We're right here.
Okay.
You got your 2 IDs? Go check them.
Huh?
Go check them.
I can check them right here if I wanted to.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, cool.
Now, we did have to blur out the part of what Jose just said there, but just to make sure you know what he said for context, he called that officer a homophobic slur that begins with the letter F. Let's pick it up here.
You got nothing.
All right.
You got nothing.
Okay.
There's no fire here. There's no nothing.
Well, that's what we're here for.
There's 40 guys with their shirts off. That's it. Celebration. Goodwill. Radiance. And just let anyone be a cop nowadays, I guess. Sleep on that. Here's the light you want to turn on. You want me to turn on the light?
I don't care.
You can't see heat. Get the flashlight.
Still blocking, right? All this blocking, this guy's still here. That's back over there, I'm not talking to you. No, this is right here. Why are you over here? Why are you making things difficult? I'm talking to you. Why are you making things difficult?
I'm not. There's no fire.
133, 142 on 2.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not.
Some people might look at this, and there are a lot of people who saw this body cam video as it went viral this week, and they really cheer on a guy like Jose. One comment says that he was standing on business. Other people have said they would go to war with this guy because he is doing everything he can to protect whatever was going on in that room. But also there's a lot of people looking at this who think, you know, if I was a parent paying tuition and you see your son as one of the pledges in that room, it's just shocking to say the least. It's also just kind of awkward, and a lot of people see this as weird. Now, upstairs, the fraternity's house dad has finally returned, and this is an adult who lives at the frat house, and he's kind of like an advisor.
Have you talked to anybody? I got
Talked to a few people. We're just trying to get it sorted out, who's involved and who's kind of leading the thing. No one's really being forthcoming on that.
Police then go downstairs and they turn on the lights. They start taking pictures in case this becomes some kind of criminal investigation. This was the room that all the pledges were in. Now, the good news is no one was hurt.
Excuse us.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry. We're going to take a few photos, guys, okay?
All right.
Clothes on the living. Excuse me. Is there a light in here?
Yeah, it's on the left, I believe.
Yeah, I see it. Thank you.
You don't need the light?
No, I'm good now. Slow with it. Yeah, they definitely did these windows.
That's when I was walking up. I couldn't see anything at all.
Yeah, pitch black. Almost pitch black. I didn't realize there were going to be lights on here. Just figured they didn't work.
Yeah, this frat house is a dump. Not a surprise, though. Anybody who's been in a frat house before. The next day, police actually do investigate this case. They meet up with the man who went by the name Jose. He's now sober. He says that he doesn't remember a lot from last night. He was out at the bars, then he came back. This was a Thursday, by the way, that all of this was going down. But now he's in his home and he's talking to a detective.
So you don't know what was going on?
No.
Okay. What did you see in there?
A bunch of guys. That's really about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
What were they doing?
you gotta ask the police officers. They saw it. Did they not? I don't know.
You saw it too, right?
No. I had my back turned to a police officer the entire time. I was never looking inside, doing whatever. I was talking to the police officer the entire time.
Okay. So you never stepped into the room?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't remember. It was a blur.
Okay. So, like I said at the beginning, I'm trying to get your side of what happened.
I'm telling you, just tell the answer.
Last night, when the officer asked for your ID, you gave him your ID. And you made a comment that it could be fake.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I did say that.
That doesn't help instill honesty.
It's a real ID. I mean,
I understand, but you saying that brings your
jokes
credit.
aside. Jokes aside, it was all just jokes. And
I'm just.
it was nothing serious. You're just like on edge a little bit because there's
Right.
You know, just hey, might be a fake ID. Joking. Hey,
Right.
it was a joke.
I'm trying to get ground rules right now.
Sure, that's fine.
I'm trying to help you with your credibility, okay? So, when you say, I don't know, I may have, may not have, I'm trying to get your side to know what you saw, what happened, type of thing, okay? So, there's a time and place for joking around, and
I mean, I joke all the time. Right? I just joked about him breaking my couch. You know what I mean?
so did you step into the room?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you see when you stepped into the room? Because obviously you saw something.
It was a blur, man. It was a blur.
Yeah.
Don't know what's going on. I mean, you got 20 other people to question, don't you?
Nah, I got a lot of people.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I'll be your guy, but
Okay. So why were you standing in the doorway?
I was talking to cops.
Okay. When the officer asked you to step out of the doorway.
I don't recall that.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
Okay. There's.
Granted, it was like 2:30 in the morning after a night at the bars.
It's
I wasn't severely intoxicated, mind you, at all. Like I wasn't like, ugh. But like 2:30 in the morning, you just got off the bars with your buddies. I mean,
It was midnight.
could have been. I don't remember.
Okay.
I honestly don't. I woke up at 8:30 this morning.
Gotcha.
No sleep, hungover. So
So the officer asked you to move. You said no. He asked you to move out of the way again, so you go in there, and you said that you weren't going to move out of his way, but you'd step into the room with him. Why were you so adamant about stepping into the room?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's me.
Later on, he's talking to Palmer and Teddy, I believe, back by when you go down to the right. The room with all the beds and stuff like that, right? He was talking to those two, the same officer. And you came over and stepped in front.
Yep.
Why were you injecting yourself into that
He doesn't need to talk to them.
Why not?
What are they investigating? There's nothing going on.
So they were trying to figure out what was going on in that room.
They don't know. They just came downstairs when you guys did.
Okay.
I mean, no one knows what's going on.
Yeah.
You're the investigators. Do some investigating. You know what I mean? You're asking a whole bunch.
That's what I'm doing now.
You're asking a whole bunch of 18, 19, 20-year-olds about what's going on. These scared don't know what's going on. No one knows what's going on. I don't even know what's going on.
So how do we find out what's going on if nobody?
Man, you got the wrong guy though.
Okay. So that's why they're asking questions, is because
To figure out
you
what's
didn't
going on.
know, and that's why they weren't asking you, is because you said you didn't know what's going on. And so they have to ask everybody else to figure out what's going on because you didn't know,
Okay.
right? So you interjecting yourself into that conversation, what good does that?
They don't need to talk to the cops. I don't even.
Why are
speak to
you
right
deciding who they need to talk to,
now.
though?
I'm just saying, they're my buddies. They're my friends.
Right. The police are doing an investigation.
About what?
They're trying to figure out what's going on in that
What is?
room.
What was going on in the room? What have you heard?
So they're doing an investigation.
Yep.
You don't dictate the investigation, right?
Yeah,
That's for the
I
police.
don't have
That's
any
for us to investigate,
hierarchy.
right?
Yeah, I get
right.
that.
You understand that.
Yeah.
So why are you dictating who the police can talk to and can't talk to?
I'm just telling my buddies not to talk to them. That's it.
Okay. So you're interfering with the police officers'
Not at all.
job.
Not at all.
Why do you?
He never said, "Oh, if you don't get away, you're getting arrested." He never said that once.
He did tell you to step away. He
I
told you
sat
to
there
walk
for a second,
away.
and then he said it again. I said, I walked away.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
So he asked you
I
to
would,
walk
I would
away.
like to end this conversation right now, please.
Okay.
I would like to have a lawyer here.
Okay.
And if there's anything actually happening, you can call me again. But it's been a pleasure. Thanks, fellas.
DPS Ops 1.
Appreciate you guys coming over.
So you can see that man, Jose, tells officers to leave and that he wants a lawyer. Now, hazing is a crime in the state of Iowa. It is considered a criminal misdemeanor, but no one would be charged with that. Jose's real name is Joseph Gaya. This is video of him when he was put in cuffs and arrested. He did face a charge of interfering with the officer's investigation, and according to KCRG TV, he seemed prepared to take this case to trial, but his charges were dismissed. His defense argued that the University of Iowa police officer did not face force or threats that hindered the investigation. And according to the television station, Gaya was not a University of Iowa student, and he did not live in the fraternity house. Now, as for the brothers of Alpha Delta Phi, the university investigated what we just all took in there on that body cam video, and the frat was suspended from the University of Iowa in February 2025. The earliest it can be reinstated, according to local media, is July 1st, 2029. That will do it for On the Case, presented by Law&Crime. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify, and we're also now streaming on Peacock. I'm Chris Stewart. We'll see you next time.